Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for taking your time out and joining for our webinar today on how you can digitize your project governance using the 3D Experience platform. I'm Abhay from Medias Technologies and I will be the host for this webinar. I would like to begin this session by giving a short introduction about our company, EDS Technologies. EDS Technologies was incorporated in 1994 to focus on providing PLM solutions, implementation, and support. We are the largest technology solutions provider in India and a strategic business partner to Dassault Systems. We have served more than 2,000 customers and operate across 11 locations in India, with our headquarters being at Bangalore. We also have various other strategic partnerships with world leaders like EOS and Optomet for additive manufacturing requirements, Human Solutions for ergonomic solutions, and Technia for ensuring product data quality. For military simulation and training needs of the aerospace and defense industry, we have partnered with MAT Technologies, Echelon, and Agenium for visual simulation solutions. We also have strategic partnership with Esri for GIS requirements, and with respect to EDA solutions, we closely work with Synopsys. We have a dedicated sales, support, marketing, and customer satisfaction teams to address customers' PLM business and support requirements. We have two speakers for our webinar today. Our first speaker will be Mr. Prasanna Holla. So Mr. Prasanna has over 30 years of experience in the IT industry, software development, and project management. He has over 4 years of experience in various versions of PLM tools, that is Matrix 1, Innovia, and 3DEXPERIENCE. He is involved in deliverables against the business requirements, technical design, and planning for implementation according to requirements and schedule. He has exposure to industry best practices and standards and expertise on support, maintenance, design, development, and testing of software solutions. Our second speaker for the session is Mr. Sudhir. Sudhir has around 7 years of experience in new product development and quality management systems. He specializes in helping automotive businesses and other industry businesses as well to streamline their engineering and project management processes. As a certified Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, he excels in leveraging the 3DEXPERIENCE platform to tackle complex engineering challenges and enhance decision making. Currently, he is working as engineer consulting services at EDS Technologies. Over to you, Sudhir.
Yeah, thank you, Abhay. So once again, welcome to our webinar where we are digitizing your project governance using 3DEXPERIENCE. We'll be covering about RFQ, APQP, and analytics for the smarter decisions. The agenda is as follows. So firstly, we'll discuss about the introduction and why the 3DEXPERIENCE and how it can helpful for the project governance, followed by the digitizing our RFQ process and APQP. As in automotive terms, the APQP plays an important role in the project development phase, and how we can visualize it effectively using the analytics, followed by some key benefits where our customer achievements we will share with you, and the conclusion like key takeaways. And as Abhay mentioned, we can take some question and answers at the last phase of the webinar. Firstly, as per agenda, we are going with the introduction and context. So basically, we have a tale with a project manager without a collaborative platform. So where he is handling in a manufacturing company, a project manager who is handling RFQs and APQPs with different tools like spreadsheets, Microsoft Excel, some other mails, disconnected tools as CAD softwares, all those. So during this disconnected process, the challenges that we can see here with lack of visibility, RFQ delays, such as one task might be completed and other might be pending, because of that, which can relate in RFQ delays where there is a chances of losing the business, and APQP bottlenecks during this entire process, the project governance may be in the manual level. Like he has to collect a different reports from different individuals and to be circulated with all the people. So which can result in difficulty in project governance. So which makes up decision making much tricky, right? So here the struggles will be like governance gap and hidden risks. We might be not aware the risk which was popped up earlier, but during the reviews in weekly reviews or monthly reviews, we might be see some hidden risk. So that can also cause us a delay in our RFQ time to delivery for the market. So here the project governance is totally manual. Reactive approach will be followed, which can cause us a more errors. So as a result, where we can see a challenge in the project governance, so required a digital transformation in this part. So how the digital transformation is required and why? For the why, so the decision making should be simple and single source of truth with real analytics and need of automated workflows. For example, here a decision making where you required all the information to be collected in a single dashboard, like project level, at which level or which phase it is, and how many tasks a task has been completed. So such kind of information should be a real time. And the single source of truth, which stands for the latest data to be available for all the stakeholders. Suppose a designer might be working on a new revision, but the procurement team might be following the previous revisions, which can cause again a loss to the company because the due to revisions that might be not aware by the procurement divisions. So coming to this need for automated flow, so basically the mails and web notifications are required through an integrated workflows. For example, a design team has completed the bill of material submission, but quality or production team may not be aware because there is no real-time notifications to the users. So these are all some key areas where the digital transformation can be done in the project governance. So this helps in by 3D experience platform, we can see how the project governance can be done and how these challenges has been addressed. So firstly, before going into this project governance in 3D experience, I would like to give a brief intro about what is 3D experience. A 3D experience is an enterprise solution. So as a part of organization, we might be having a different peoples of different domains with their respective data where they need to do some process. Throughout this, a collaboration is required. So this 3D experience will connect all these people, data, process, and collaborations. So that's why it is called as a collaborative environment that provides a solution for all the domains in an organization. So because it is providing solution for all the domains, it is known as an enterprise solution where you can access it from the browser. There is no need of any native apps directly. You can directly log into the browser with their credentials and access the content upon the data visibility authorities. So this 3D experience solution is available on both on-premise as well as on cloud. So here comes how we can handle RFQ in the 3D experience process. So basically the RFQ having a few steps as follows, like requirements definition and scope development, where the different engineering all the stakeholders should be engaged for costing and detailed specifications to be reviewed with respect to the technical specifications shared by the customer like SOR documents, all the technical documents, and RFQs document preparation where the bill of materials, technical drawings, quality requirements, logistics and packaging, all such details we need to have a adaptable in the flow. So costing and feasibility review, code preparation after getting all the information from different departments from sourcing, quality, production and other departments. So that to be reviewed and quotation to be prepared. So quotation for, we need to send a quotation for approval from our internal management. Then finally we can share the code to the customer upon RFI or RFQ information. So finally let customer decide upon the biddings, all those, and awarding will be, contract will be awarded depending upon this. So as you can see the right side, there is a 3D experience platform interface with RFQ template, which follows a similar sequence like RFQ, where the phases, gates, tasks, and all the individuals. We'll see it one by one using web interface as well. So for creating any RFQs or a projects, you'll be having a 4 like new, from copy, from import, or from the template. So we'll go with a creation with new. So we want to define the structure from the scratch. So I'll be going with new RFQ for some web fields is one of a project. So you can define the base currency like USD or INR. For time being, I'll be going with INR. So you can give the description for web wheels project, so and so customer, you can type it over there. And business unit, for example, one vertical might be handling the RFQs and they are sourcing for the other business units. You can select the business units and the programs one by one. So for time being, I'll be going nothing for this and just click OK. So you can go for this schedule to have phases under it and task. So main phase will be like requirement definition and scope development. So as per the standards, there will be task, gate, milestones, and phases. When we are considering about the phase, it is the topmost where it covers task. Under that, you can have gates as well as milestones. So for the phase, we will be creating the requirements. With requirements definition and scope development. So here a project manager can define a start date when it has to start this phase for say today, and when it has to end within March 3rd. So and the constraint date can be specified tomorrow. By tomorrow at least we need to complete some progress and click OK. So we are creating one phase under a project like RFQ webinar wheels. We have a requirement definition as a phase. So under this requirement definition, we'll be creating the task like engaging stakeholders. Like we need a CFT formation, right, to discuss all the requirements, provide the cost, all those. And similarly, you can define the start date and end date. And constraint date is also I'll be giving tomorrow. So just click OK. So like this, we can define n number of phases. Inside that, we can have a task as well. So if you feel this is a time consuming process and we don't want to create anything from the scratch, and we would like to import it from the file, then there is an option called create from or import. So you need to just click on import, browse the file of a template which we have already available like this, and just click OK. So you can see the preview. where the phases along with certain tasks, including the milestones. So like a gate. So gate specifies like we should go ahead further or not. Like it is a decision making. You can go forward or you can still hold it here. So as per this IATF standard, in the APQP from phase to phase, there should be a gate like handovering, all those. So that is a standard which will be followed. So like this, we can directly import the file of defined format. So date you can specify like all the dollars, all this again the same. Can just click OK. One new project will be created upon the schedule that we have provided. So which has phases. Inside phases we will be having the task that also contains the gate. So this can be vary with respect to the industry and the project management that they are following. So this is the structure that we have created, and we also imported it from the template like a preview we have shown, and we have discussed about phases, gates, milestones and tasks. In the upcomings we can see like task dependencies and deliverables and how we can structure it in the bookmark. So this is how we can manage RFQs using 3D experience. So these templates can be followed for RFQ process as well as APQP flows. So coming to this APQP, what is your understanding on APQP and why it is required? So if you see, whenever the APQP term comes, we should use during the new product development, process change, new customer or a market, complying with standards, complex supply chain, and continuous improvement. So where the continuous improvement is required, you can adapt APQP, and all these phases also you can adapt APQP as a project management tool. So what are all the phases that we have in APQP is plan and define, product design and development, process design and development, product and process validation, feedback assessment and corrections. So these phases are defined in AAAG as well. So how we can define APQP process using project governance in 3D experience, we'll look into that. So before getting into it, so I would like to give an idea about what is program and what is project is. So program specifies a group of projects or a collection of projects. Let's say there is a program called EDST webinar. Inside EDST webinar, we will be having all these around 7 different projects. For example, a car manufacturer. So let's say P17 is a car model number, which to be a program. Inside that, a chassis is a one project, engine is one project, transmission will come under one project, like doors and all exterior parts can be coming under one project. So like a complex project, we can see which is a project and which is a program. So how we can create a project creation in 3D experience? As we just discussed, like a project can be created from the scratch, like new, from the template, from existing project, or by importing the file. So a project governor manager can modify the project information as required before it has set into a in work. That it has a life cycle from draft to do in work and in approval and completed. This is the life cycle followed by a project. So where he can modify the content till it is in work. So we'll quickly import one APQP project and explore it further. So create project, import. So again, we are going with import file option. Open, and I don't want to see any previews. Just I'll go with click OK. So coming to the schedule, we have all the phases of APQP along with gates specified. You can just click and expand if required. So this consumes that connects all the feasibility reports, all this. So to assign any task to a person, you can just click on this respective task, assign user, and click OK. So one user will be assigned to this. And coming to this dependency, we'll see that in the Gantt. And who are all the assignees that we can see in the assignment view. So here you can see Anurag is one of a person who got assigned for this feasibility review. You can assign other people also, like just simply clicking on this assigned. Coming to this Gantt view, all the industries will follow a Gantt chart view, like when it is started, when it is going to be ended, and what is the dependency has been for individual. So you can see this is the Gantt chart view where it has 0% of completion because it is in the draft level as of now, and the project should start from this to here till May. We need to complete this project. So there is an options for visualize it as per our needs, and you can also create some patterns for it using pattern options and colors. So why it is important, like if you want to modify for faces, so you can just click and change it for the respective face. And coming to this dependency, so after completion of this has to start. So such kind of dependencies you can give in Gantt chart view directly. For example, completion of list of special characteristics is, project preparation of APQP timeline chart is going to start after list of special characteristics done. So similarly, you can add other dependencies. So this is a part of dependency that we would like to highlight. And coming for this project, so this is how the overall project dashboard looks like on time, on critical task. Currently it is pending because we haven't started the project, and I'll show if which is already there. So we can assign the projects phases, gates, milestones individually as a assignee, and we can give the dependencies as well. And this is how it is going to look in the platform. And Gantt charts. So user can filter the Gantt charts upon the task as well and search within the Gantt charts. So it describes the information about start and end date, durations, and dependencies. So most importantly, as a project manager, he can define the calendar upon how many working hours of a few companies may work on 5 days or 6 days upon the organization requirements, and multiple calendars on a company. With respect to that, we can engage the work to the tasks, and you can also add some holidays exemptions upon the organization calendar. So most importantly, as a deliverable, we can attach it to the tasks. So it can be an external document, physical part, product, any kind of information that we can attach to the tasks. So attachments will be an information as an input to the task, and deliverable is the outcome of a task after some processes. So after attaching some deliverables, it should undergo from workflows for approvals as well. So there is a route management inside the project management app where you can use a series and parallel routes where the approvals or comments required from different departments. So approve assignees can comment or approve, or just they can get notifications upon some certain tasks which has been done. So this is how the standard dashboard looks like, where the 100% progress or slipped by late tasks you can modify or you can view using this single dashboard called schedule status. So if organization requires a drill down applications or drill down tasks within the project management, then they can go and have a little bit of customization involved to have a view like this. And yeah, here comes our Mr. Prasanna would like to handle this, and he would like to explain better on the project monitoring health. Over to you, sir.
Uh, Thanks, Sudhir, for making my life easy, because you explained about projects and how to create the task phases, all that. Now, yes, all that whatever is shown is at the interactive level. A project owner or the people who are associated with the project, they want to have a view of the project progress or the task progress. Whatever graph or whatever dashboard the application has, if people feel okay that is not sufficient to have the information, whatever information provided there is not sufficient, then yes, we are here to extend it and to have different dashboards for individual requirement, I mean at organization level. Like for example, here as I said, customized widget, we developed a customized widget. What we did is we created some 8 projects having 4 owners managing 2 projects each, and created the different graphs for that. Here we developed a custom widget which has I mean on click of that you are getting a project portfolio dashboard. Okay, so in which this is actually the extension. It is not part of the original product. It is part of the customization activity. So this is custom widget. So on click of that, you will get the project dashboard, which has these widgets can be customized and extended based on user requirements, ensuring a personalized and intuitive experience. See, now this is a task dashboard, which is again a custom dashboard developed for one of our customers. It has multiple graphs. It has multiple graphs like status by tasks or projects by tasks or resources by projects and efforts by projects. So we will see one by one what these are all about. Filters, yeah, I mean each dashboard filters have been provided to select the project and the status of the project. I mean as shown in the dashboard. And the second one, the status by task, represents the distribution of tasks based on their current status. The third is it represents the distribution of tasks across different projects. Then fourth is resources by projects. That is, visualize the allocation of resources that is individuals assigned to a project. And fifth is represents the estimated efforts in days for different projects and broken down into effort completed and effort remaining. The sixth is there's a left side panel that you are seeing is the information which is shown in the graph. It's the consolidated view of that. And the next one is next one is it's again the tabular format of whatever is shown in the graph. Yeah, the second is task dashboard. As said, okay, there are filters. The initial was for active projects and for all projects. The second one is for specific. Again, this customer requirement. Customer asking for needs to have the dashboard, task dashboard for even for the specific projects. So we came out with another dashboard that you are seeing now. Again, filters are provided to select what type of, I mean, what is the status of that and what project one needs to view at. And then status by task. Again, it will show what tasks are in which status. And note that each graph has tooltip. What I meant is if you take your mouse and keep it on the graph, it gives you the count of it. Okay. Then progress by tasks. It's again, what is the progress of each task wherein the resource is aligned with. And assign is by task. In this project, whatever tasks are there, who are all the resources who are assigned with. And efforts by task. This, please note that this is the initial state of the project, which is shown in the graph. So again, the task overview, which is there in the left panel, is the cumulative analytical data, whatever is presented in the graph, and same with the bottom table. Whatever you saw now in the previous slides, they are all the initial stage. Now, how it looks after certain time. Again, you have different filter options, and you have different filter options. Whatever graph you require, whatever status you require, you can select, and yes, you will get the progress of the task within that project or within group of projects. So all these, whatever we are presenting now, is a custom dashboard that we developed for few of the customers. And please note that these are not the limited options. We can even extend it to whatever customer asks for. Now, the second one is resource dashboard. This is again, you have filters wherein to select whether you need to have all resources or any specific resource. Then tasks by resources. Which resource has how many tasks? I mean, obvious. I mean, as a project owner, one needs to know, okay, how many tasks are assigned to each resources and what is the workload, what is the effort all that. Yes, it is there, effort by resources. And what is the load each resource is carrying? Yes, you will get the total load for each resource and the number of projects a resource, an individual resource is carrying. This is for all resources. Likewise, you have for you have left panel wherein you whatever is displayed in the graph is shown in the left panel and in the bottom table. So that is basically we can provide the Excel export, and one can be exported to outside the application for into maybe different application. Now this graph is for all resources. The same graph can be used to find out what is the workload or what is the task plan for an individual. Again, there is an option to select what is the resource, what resource you want to view, and then yes, task by resources, how many tasks that individual is carrying, what are the efforts, again, what efforts that individual resource is carrying. This is day wise. The next is day wise load and how many projects this individual is carrying. As said earlier, a tooltip is provided for each graph to have the detailed view of data. Basically whatever is shown in the graph. The left panel is the cumulative analytics of the data, whatever is shown in the graph, and same with the bottom table. Again, an export can be provided to export the data out of the system to maybe some other system, or maybe for analysis purpose, or maybe for sharing with somebody. Okay, this is about the resource dashboard. Now, the resource dashboard, whatever you saw, is during the initial stage of the project execution. Now, after certain time, how a graph looks. Yes, this is what is the progress. A progress of the task and the status of efforts for projects is shown in the resource dashboard. You can see the different types of the layout when a project is in the progress state. Is in after certain time of execution, you will see a different state of the graphs. So yeah, these are all the customizations or the extensions, we can say, on the pictorial representation of the projects within 3D experience. I'll hand it over to Sudhir. Sudhir, you can take over now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for that detailed presentation on the graphs, sir, on how the project analytics. In the summary, we can have the view of a different projects and its status with respect to tasks, with respect to the individuals, as well as the resource aligned to them. So coming to the key benefits after adapting the platform, we can see a monitor and track the project execution in real time. That there is no need to wait for a certain people to update on the task status. So you can see it on the real-time dashboard, and which by this import from template or import from the file, we can faster our RFQ process, which is already exist. We can copy it from the existing projects as well. So we can reuse and share it to the different customers. You can modify the data once after copy as well. So this helps in effective APQP execution as well, and this makes a data-driven decision making. So you can take the decisions with respect to the data and how it can be affect our decisions with respect to the data. So this 3D experience platform makes a siloed approach progress to the data-driven approach. As we discussed in the initial stage, a tale of a project manager without a collaborative platform having up and different challenges because he is working in a siloed approach. After adapting a 3D experience platform, so you can scrap this a silos approach to a data-driven approach. So same, a manufacturing company, a project manager who handles RFQ and APQP, adapting the 3D experience platform as a PLM solution for them, internal and enterprise solution. So he will be accessing the automatic notifications for all the tasks driven, and it also integrates with a different CAD tools, CATIA, SolidWorks, not only these two, but also Creo, Siemens, that means NX, all others. And it has a capability of integrating with ERP tools and a basic of MS Office tools. So after adapting this, the benefits that can pile up is a real-time tracking, unified collaboration. All the team members will collaborate with respect to the status, and automated workflows and easy project governance. So this is connected, transparent, and data driven. So with seamless team collaboration and process automation, a project can be delivered on time with clear information, and time to market will also be possible, and which enhances the new business opportunities for an organization. So going forward, we have some few customer achievements. I would like to show it on this. So India's largest automotive cable manufacturer says, by using this project management and design management, improved the efficiency by more than 30% in his regular process. So leading global manufacturer of car seats and seat belts, they also says the same, from 25 to 30% reduction in time to takes to produce a product. So again, a testing, inspection and certification company says a 20% gain in productivity, where they can handle the documents and better visibility on the project status. So one of the largest tier 1 automotive supplier in India, they have says like they have standardized the APQP process. Timelines are being managed properly with 10 to 15% more effectively than before. So these are all some customer achievements who has adapted a platform for their project management and for the data driven approach. So as a part of conclusion, we'll be discussing on key takeaways, like where we can create the project from scratch, like as we shown, and import from the Excel and reusing the existing. So managing a larger or a complex project through the programs, and inside the programs we might be include the projects. So plan and execute projects through an integrated, Gantt chart inside of it. Connect product development data and deliverables to the projects. So we can assign a different product data to the tasks that we have assigned, and we can connect it throughout the life cycle. So this helps in monitor and track the project execution in real time with custom analytics. So managing resources is also possible with custom analytics, and create custom analytics can be built on project tracking, resource utilization, and risk management, all this. So and more web apps also we can build with respect to the custom analytics on 3D experience. So these are all my key takeaways for the session.
So I would like to thank Sudhir and Prasanna sir for delivering a very informative webinar. I am very confident that it was very helpful to our audience as well. I would also like to thank the audience for taking their time out and joining us for this session. If you have any further queries related to the subject matter or any other customization requirements or project management requirements, you can always connect with us. Our details are displayed on the screen right now. You can reach out to us at any time and we'll be happy to address your queries. Please do keep an eye out for our upcoming seminars and webinars. You can follow us on our social media for the same. Thank you once again for joining us today. See you at the next session.